everybody, welcome to Natty's Home Cooking, and today we are making stuffed bell peppers with chicken primavera. Right now I'm just doing my chicken scraps for my chickens for tomorrow so they have something to eat plus their regular food. So once I get this all done, we'll get started. And also I do save my bell pepper seeds, actually all my seeds that I get from my vegetables and my fruits as well. Um, but anyway, we're going to cut these tops off, and do not throw these tops away, just only the stems. And if you want to keep those seeds, keep them, which I always do, which it comes with a lot. So I use it for my garden the following next year. But the tops I do save for my chicken primavera. And once we get these tops off, we're actually going to start cutting everything up. We'll cut up the chicken, get that ready. And when you cut the chicken, make sure you cut it into tiny little pieces. I'm also getting the oil ready, just a little bit of peanut oil in the bottom of that pan. And then also I'm doing my rice. So we got quite a few things going on here. The rice I'm going to boil, and we'll steam for a little bit. And I'm going to place my bell peppers into the pan here, just like so. I've already got my chicken all cut up, and it's searing on the stove right now. We're adding a little bit of salt and pepper and also garlic powder. You can add minced garlic if you like. Either way is fine. And then also do add a little bit of cumin to this. And I add some peppers to this as well. Once this cooks up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add in our bell peppers and our onions once we get those cut up as well. And I do also add in my own seasonings, which is my basil that I picked from my own garden. So we're cutting up our vegetables right now. Get all these onions, save my pieces. Trying to kind of move a little bit faster because it's kind of a big video here, so I don't want it to be too long for you guys. Okay, and get all those mixed up into the chicken. I am going to add that basil here in a little bit. We'll cut that up. It looks amazing. We're going to add some red pepper flakes to give it some spice. The fresh basil. If you don't have fresh basil and you have dried, just use that. That'll work just fine. Okay, and mix it up really good and let it just sear. And while that's cooking, go ahead and cut up your red potatoes. So we're going to put these in a pan by itself. I love red potatoes. They're so good, especially with some onions and some little bit of that basil as well, and spices to it, and salt and pepper. Taste amazing. And the fresh basil from the garden. Look at that. It's beautiful. And they smell so good. I don't know what it is when it comes fresh from your garden. They smell so good, so fresh. So we're just going to chop up just a little bit of this, and then we'll put it on top of these potatoes, and we'll sear it on the stove in a pan. And I always I use my homemade butter sometimes, but today I'm just going to use the peanut oil that I have, and we're going to cook it in that. All right, so I'm going to dice up this jalapeno, add it to my potatoes and my chicken primavera, and of course saving the seeds. It's always good to save your seeds, just because you never know when you may need it. Because you may want to plant a garden one day, and you'll have seeds for those backups. Because seeds, they can be kind of pricey. Okay, we're almost done with this. All right, our chicken is looking great. Add a little bit of that, some more of those jalapenos there. And you want the chicken pieces to look like this, small. Okay, and I did add some broccoli. So I also actually have my oldest son helping me cook tonight. He's actually making a fresh garden salad. So we got some, you know, fresh vegetables that we have, and we're just going to mix those up for our salad tonight. So while this is cooking on the stove, I'm going to add in some Parmesan to this as well. I added probably about maybe a half a cup of Parmesan to the chicken and the vegetables. And I'm also going to add in some heavy cream. So just pour that in there. I didn't have any on hand, so I had to get some from the store. So we're going to mix that in really well. And just let it simmer all together. And it'll thicken up a little bit for you. I did add some basil, or not basil, but parsley with this as well, to give it some more flavor. And make sure you guys test your chicken Primavera before stuffing it into the bell peppers. So I forgot to add in the shredded cheese, so I had to put my mixture back out of my bell peppers because I was gonna just stuff it, but I need that cheese mixture mixed into that. So since I got the shredded cheese mixed into the chicken Primavera, I'm just going to stuff these completely full all the way to the top as much as you can. Then take a little bit of that Parmesan and just sprinkle on top of them, just like so. Okay, and once you get that, you know, all sprinkled on there, you're going to take a little bit of that shredded cheese, and you're going to just add it to the bell peppers, just like so. Okay, and I'm also going to make some croutons for my salad tonight. So I'm just cutting up the sourdough bread that I made the day before, 2 days ago. So I let it dry out a little bit so that I can use it for homemade croutons. And how I do my croutons is I just cut them up in little pieces, add Italian dressing on top of them, and seasonings, and I stick them in the oven and let them cook that way. Now I'm also cooking some asparagus. The asparagus is with onion that I cooked it with some red onion. Turned out amazing, and I used a little bit of the peanut oil to go with it. Everything looks great. The potatoes are great. Asparagus. I put the rice at the bottom. By the way, do not stuff that rice with the chicken Primavera. I always just add it to the dish. That's all I do. And then I put my bell pepper on top of it. Because some people don't like rice, and my boys are one of them. They'd rather just have it on the side, so, which they don't like rice, period, so I didn't add it on their dish. My husband and I, we love rice. So anyway, I'm making all of our plates, getting us, our dinner ready, and we'll eat our dish here in a little bit. Now I personally, I didn't stuff my chicken Primavera in my bell pepper. I'm just going to lay it on top of my rice, the mixture only. The boys have never had stuffed bell peppers, so neither has my husband. And so I was going to let them just have that because I only had 3 bell peppers. And I'm okay with that. I don't need a bell pepper. Moms usually don't get everything that everybody else does if we're shorthanded. At least that's how it is for me. I'd rather have my family have it before I do. So I'm okay with it. And they loved it, by the way. They said it was amazing. But this is the stuffed chicken Primavera bell pepper. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you guys, thanks so much for watching my video. You all have a wonderful night and stay safe. God bless.